Now the latest ITV news from Granada Reports with Gamal Fambalay and Lucy Meacock.
Well, next, the man who wants to pioneer a new free mental health service in Bolton.
Charlie Barrett runs the Harmony Youth Project. You might remember it was saved last year after an appeal on Granada Reports.
Now, Charlie's developing a brand new service for people in the area, focusing around mental health.
Jamal Williams-Thomas went to find out more.
Last year, Harmony Youth Project in Bolton, a lifeline for many of the area's young people, was facing closure. But it was saved after an appeal on Granada Reports. Now, founder Charlie Barrett is turning his attention to another issue in the community, mental health.
This is our new centre, so we're going to try and put a project together that delivers counselling, mentoring, support with food banks.
He has just been given the keys to an empty unit in the centre of Bolton for his one-stop shop. One person helped by Harmony tells us how she's still living with poor mental health and how beneficial the new service will be. We've changed her name to protect her identity.
There's some days where I can't even get up out of bed just because I just don't want to face people. There has been times where I've just literally just not wanted to be here and made numerous attempts on my life. So these kind of mental health services are really important because it brings out the best in people and they have a place to go where they feel safe and it's a safe space.
With the building in place, all that's needed is the funding to run the services. Charlie believes there's no time to spare.
If we're waiting for the government to help the people, the most needy in this crisis, I think we've got a long way. So people have got to come together. And I know a lot of people who think, well, I've got a really good job, I live in a really nice area, I've got a nice car, my kids go on a really fancy holiday. This doesn't affect me, it affects everybody.
Irwell Valley Homes will work in partnership with the new service, giving them the building rent-free.
We know that there's some real need at the moment in this community for support for families, whether that's with mental well-being, whether or not that's with employment or just the real basics of life. People are really struggling at the moment.
Charlie is currently raising money to ensure the services can go ahead and has written a book of poems, with all proceeds of the book going towards the service.
Storms were cruel, so I let loose my call. That's when I had to face the truth. We cannot be looking up at the sky for something to drop out into the sky, into our hands. We have to make this happen ourselves. So we're looking for volunteers. We're looking for people to come and help us.
Irwell Valley will also refurbish the unit and the service hopes to be up and running in the coming months. Jamal Williams-Thomas,